Hey guys, how are you? I wanted to share something with you. I've been sitting here working, doing follow-ups, and some days I just really love country music. It just kind of makes me really happy. And some days I just say, Alexa, and then I say, play Craig Rochelle. And then it's really like whatever pops up. So I've listened to 2 episodes today. One spoke to me so I could share it with somebody else. It was so crazy. And then, so I took notes and I shared it with the person that needed to hear that today. And it was just so crazy because we talked this morning and then it was like, I heard that and I was like, why am I hearing this? It was so very evident and clear that it was for her. So I had to kind of share just a couple things with her. So the other one I want to kind of share with you real quick, the bus is going to be rolling up soon, so I'm going to make it quick, but dealing with rejection was the title. And here's kind of, I'm just going to read my notes because I was like, literally, I had to stop what I was doing to take notes. It was so good. So the question is not if you're going to get rejected. The question is how you're going to respond to that rejection, which brings me back to my dad, how he would always say, you can't handle other people. You can't deal with what they do. You can't control other people, but you can control like how you respond and how you react, because sometimes I didn't always make the best choices with how I would respond and react. So crazy listening to this. So it says, and it's religious here and there, but if you're not religious, still see through it because it is so incredible. It says Jesus did not retreat. Okay. He did not retreat. So when he had the pain of rejection, he did not retreat. He wants to experience. Who wants to experience rejection again? Like nobody. You want to build up a wall, right? So you want to build up a wall, which really it becomes like a prison because you're like, just stay away kind of thing. So we want you to ask again, but nobody wants to ask again because nobody wants to experience rejection again. So he did not retreat. Number 2, when Jesus had pain of rejection, he did not retaliate. Okay, I want you to write that. Did not retreat, did not retaliate. Excuse me. So then this guy that was talking, it wasn't Craig Rochelle, it was somebody else, but he talked about how his 6-year-old, he got a phone call home from the teacher saying that he was saying some really hurtful things to people. And the 6-year-old said, people say mean things that hurt my feelings, so I want to hurt them back. And he said, isn't that so sad? From a 6-year-old, that's so sad. But now imagine an adult living that out. Why? Why are adults living that out? That should not be something that an adult is living out. But you know what? Hurt people hurt people. Write that down. So how does he respond? So this was kind of like a full circle. So stay with me on this because I was like, where are they going with this? So he said, a crowd of people were sitting around him in a building and they kept saying, your mother is outside looking for you and your brothers are outside looking for you. And he kind of looked around and he said, who's my mother and who are my brothers? And at this point I was like, why are they saying this doesn't make sense to me? And then he goes like this, here are my mothers, here are my brothers. All the people around me, those who choose to be around me and those who lift me up, those are my family. And I was like, oh my gosh, so good. So then he kind of goes into a little bit, again, it's dealing with rejection. So if you want to go through and listen to the whole thing, Craig Rochelle, but it says, they may have ran out of your lives and treated you like a doormat. But since they did that, that's okay. I will still roll out the welcome mat. So you have an open seat. You can come join me. You may feel like a doormat, but we need to be reminded to roll out the welcome mat. It is not easy, you guys. I totally get that. It's so much easier to just build that wall up and it will become a prison. And I don't want you stuck in a prison. So you may feel like a doormat, whatever it may be, whoever it may be with, but you need to remind yourself to roll out that welcome mat. So how do you respond to rejection? How do you respond? You respond with love, and then you refuse to give up. Guys, it was so good. Craig Rochelle, dealing with rejection. Those are my notes. I seriously was taking so many notes. It's so good. And you guys, I feel like I have such a strong mindset with just keep asking and following up and, those kinds of things when it comes to the business. And this is why this business will change you as a person and change you for the better, because so much of the things that happen in the business can be applied to something in life. And there are times where I think of my dad and I'm like, man, he knows how stubborn I was. He knows that I need to hear this now. Like, it's just so crazy how, the business can definitely, there's things with the business that can definitely help you with, things in your life too. So I hope that this spoke to you. I hope that you got one little nugget out of this, at least that could help you with life and the business. And feel free to reach out to me and share what you got from it. I would absolutely love to hear from you. So, all right, you guys, I know it's a little bit longer, but I wanted to share all the goodness with you. Have a good day.